What is pre-purchase inspection? For starters, let me introduce myself. I am Arthur for the love of cars. I love cars. Give me anything else and compare it to a car. I might choose a car. But let's get away from there. Everybody loves cars. I mean, even Jesus loved cars. Remember when he was coming to Jerusalem, he sat on a mule, and of course there were no cars that time, but they put him on a mule to honor him. The mule was the car of that time. Everybody loves cars, right? Even Noah had to build an ark, which is like sort of a car of that time, to save people from the floods. So cars are very important to us in life. And this is why I want to tell you the reasons why you want to do pre-purchase inspection before you buy your first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth car. The fact that you're buying your fifth car might mean two things. You just love changing cars, or the last car you had, or the car you have right now, you just want to change it because you want to get a better condition car, or you simply have a lot of money and you want to change. But before you spend that money, these are the four reasons why you want to do pre-purchase inspection. Let me start by defining pre-purchase inspection. Pre-purchase inspection is, can I call it a sentence? It has two words: pre-purchase and inspection. Pre-purchase is pre-purchase is before the purchase. Pre-purchase is before the purchase, right? And then inspection is inspection. You go and look at stuff, and then look, and then dissect, and then you decide, okay, this is better, right? So pre-purchase inspection is inspection done before you purchase an item, before you purchase land, for example, before you purchase a phone, before you purchase a PC. Like you see, my PC here is a performance PC. Before I bought this performance PC, we looked at like 10 PCs that day. And I had someone that knows the kind of work I'm going to use the PC for, and we tested the PCs looking at what they could give us in terms of performance. And we ended up picking this very PC because it outdid all the other PCs. So, and at the end of the day, I paid this person for my pre-purchase inspection because he did a good job, and I've never regretted. So why do you want to do pre-purchase inspection? You want to get the right car. You want to buy the right car. You don't want to spend money on the wrong car. Now, what is the right car? The right car is a car that serves you, a car that serves the purpose for which you bought a car, a car that does not die on the road, a car that is not bulky, a car that doesn't just do you harm. There are cars that will make you a target. There are cars that will make you lose your job. There are cars that will make your boss think you're stealing. All those are not the right cars. So pre-purchase inspection will enable you get the right car. Let me give you an example. You are a man or woman. You have 2 kids and your partner and a maid. Those are 5 people, right? Now, these 5 people don't need a 7-seater. Yes, it's tempting for you to want to buy a 7-seater car like a Vanguard or a Noah. But are you sure you want to buy a 7-seater car? Or maybe you want to use it for other business. Does your business need this big car? Because I want you to understand that the bigger the car, the bigger the responsibility. You don't want to buy a car that gives you more responsibility than what you already need. I mean, there is a time I drove the Mitsubishi Outlander, and I was driving it through town, and then I thought to myself, no, you know what? This is too much responsibility. I don't think I want to drive an SUV anytime soon because it's bulky. Everybody expects you to drive with this kind of magnificence, with this kind of elegance, with this kind of, and I just can't do it. So the Vanguard, the Outlander, the Prado are just not my cars. They are not the right car. So during pre-purchase inspection, you want to talk to this person that is helping you do pre-purchase inspection and figure out, is the car I want the right car for me? Do you think, now, this is not you having self-doubt. No. This is you getting an opinion which matters. You don't want to simply buy a car that might be expensive for nothing because, for example, the bigger the car, the bigger the expense. The longer the car, the longer the responsibility. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So you don't want to simply buy a car simply because you have money. Pre-purchase inspection will help you get the right car. You want to buy the car at the right price. Sometimes we want to buy cars, but when you look at the value of the car and the price it's being sold, it's not really worth the money. So during pre-purchase inspection, for example, people that do pre-purchase inspection with me, we sit down and we figure out which is the right car for us and which is the right budget for that car. There are some cars, I'll give you an example. When the Rumion was hot cake, the Rumion people bought Rumions at 42 million, 45 million, almost 50 million. Come on, for a Rumion, what value does that car add to you for you to buy it 40 something million? And before we knew it, the Rumion had dropped to 28 million. Now just imagine a person that bought a Rumion at 42 or 45 million shillings. Do they feel as good as they felt when they were buying the car? Hell no. The car simply lost more than 10 million with nothing happening to it. You see? So the reason why you want to do pre-purchase inspection is you want to buy the right car at the right price. Sometimes the cars we want are not really the right cars. Let me give you another example. We were inspecting this car with one of my followers here, and he wanted to buy a Spacio old model. He had a budget of about 23 million. So he needed a Spacio that he liked, UBD. He checked out, so we checked out and it was really good, and they were saying 25 million. But then I thought to myself, why buy a used Spacio at 25 when we can get a new Raum in the bond at literally the same price? And I talked to this follower of mine. I told him, you know what? Why are we buying a Spacio old model? Why can't we just go to the bond and start our own car? And he said, but I like the Spacio. It's luxurious. It's executive. All these things are true, but who cares? So I talked to this gentleman and we ended up buying. He was skeptical, and then told him, let's go to the bond. Let's just go look at these cars. So we went to this bond and we looked at 5 Raums. We picked out one which was good, and then I asked him, do you still want to go back and buy the Spacio? Because the Spacio had work to be done. First of all, AC did not work, tires were not good, and I think it had issues with wiring, some issues. And then we decided, I think along the way when we looked at the Raums, he decided that a new car is better. Until now, he's driving his new Raum, he has no trouble, he likes the decision he made, because you want to buy the right car, but you want to buy it at the right price. You don't want to simply think, yemoroka, yenjamu, yempese chitiwa, and all that, nenga ateba kuseera for nothing. Yemoroka zebasera nogamba nekati chichi. Why are you spending money? Why are you spending that much money? Let me give you an example. It doesn't make sense for me to buy a car at 30 million, hoping that maybe by buying this car at 30 million, I'm not going to invest money in repairing. So I'm buying better than a person that bought a car at, let's say, 25 million and ended up investing 2 million. I'll give you an example, very clear one. A friend of mine bought a Fielder at 30, it was 25 million before the prices skyrocketed. 25 million. I bought a Corolla at about 5. 1 year down the road, he had invested 5 million. 1 year down the road, I had invested 5 million. My car was at 10 million, his car was at 30 million. My car had working air conditioning, his car had working air conditioning. My car traveled 85 kilometers a day, his car traveled 35 kilometers a day. We both had cars on the road, we were both moving. So you want to spend right for you, not for anyone else. He was happy with his decision, I was happy with my decision. He spent 30 million, I spent 10 million. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So it reaches time to sell. I'm selling my car, I want 10 million, people are giving me 9 million. You get? He's selling his car, he wants 30 million, people are giving him 27 million. You get what I'm saying? We are happy with our decisions because we spent right for us. You want to spend right for you, you don't want to spend the exact amount like someone else because it might not be right for you. So during pre-purchase inspection, these are discussions you'd be having with the person that is going to do pre-purchase inspection for you. And trust me, I have these discussions with everyone. So you realize that everyone spends different amounts of money and they are happy with their decisions. For starters, I ended up not selling the Corolla. It's still there. It's going to do Uber. Someone's going to earn money as they give me money as well. The other person still has their Fielder. They did not sell it. We are both happy. The fourth and last reason why you want to do pre-purchase inspection is you want to spend your money at the right time. You know, spending money is not simply about spending money. Spending money is also about spending money at the right time. For example, sometimes it's better to go and buy a car on credit than to buy it all for cash. Yet sometimes it's a better deal to buy your car all cash than on credit. When does each apply? Sometimes, especially when you're getting a car on deal. For example, you go to a bond, they have just bought cars and they're saying, pay this and take. Or you go to a bond and because of the regulations of the URA or government, they're saying, and then indeed you research and it's indeed cheap. Pay cash, go. And then you find that, you know what? Whether I buy on credit or on cash, they're giving me the same offer. And yet I need like a 10 million here and there. Why don't I give them and then I retain the 10 million, use it in my business, and then pay them in installments? Spending money at the right time is very important for you. It's important that the person doing pre-purchase inspection for you also understands the kind of person you are, the amount of money you make, so that they help you make the right decision. You want to buy the right car. 2, you want to buy the car at the right price. 3, you want to be spending right. And 4, you want to spend right at the right time. Don't forget to do pre-purchase inspection before you buy your next car.